There is a new mind-blowing cryptocurrency report which has just come out. It was published by the guys over at the Gemini Exchange. This report just knocked my socks off. It has got so much incredible information in it about the ongoing real-time realities of mass adoption of cryptocurrencies. It's showing who's buying, which countries are buying, why people are buying. There's some absolutely great information in this report which I'm going to be breaking down for you in today's video. And you know, sometimes people ask me, Lark, how are we going to get to, 3 billion, 3.4 billion cryptocurrency users by the end of this decade, which is the current estimate of how much we're going to grow from the current approximately 300 million users up to over 3 billion users. Well, this report shows exactly the demographic trends that are shaping up that are going to make that into a reality. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. If you do like that topic, you do like staying up to date with what's happening in this fast-moving industry, a little tap on the thumbs up button to let me know. That would be super freaking awesome. Just a quick second. Boom. Smash up that like button. Thank you very much for taking a quick second to do that. By the way, every single week my team and I make Wealth Mastery. It's a cryptocurrency investor report. We talk about altcoins and DeFi and NFTs and token sales and airdrops and tips and tricks and all kinds of stuff. You can sign up for free using the link in the description. Now let's go ahead and get into this report. And I want to start off by talking about this statistic, which is when did you first acquire your first cryptocurrency? So as you can see on the chart here, we have some real standout countries, but for most people, it was more than a year ago. So people who bought in 2020, 2018, whatever it might be, 41% of people overall from the 20 countries surveyed, and about 30,000 people in that survey, 41% of people bought their cryptocurrencies last year in 2021 for the first time. As you can see, though, we did have some big countries that really stood out here. Brazil, 51% of people bought their first cryptocurrency last year. Hong Kong, 51%. India, 54%. Now, those countries are particularly meaningful for a few interesting reasons. Brazil is something like the world's 12th biggest economy and the 6th biggest country by population. India is the 2nd biggest by population and I think the 6th or 7th biggest economy in the world. And you might wonder, well, Hong Kong, just a little city-state, why is that important? Why is that noteworthy? Hong Kong is China's window on the world. And you have to remember, mainland China cracked down mega hard on cryptocurrencies. But that doesn't mean that the demand for cryptocurrency assets magically just went away overnight. Chinese investors are getting access to crypto through Hong Kong markets. It is the crypto investors of China's world view on the world, their window, their door into the crypto investing world via Hong Kong. So that is incredibly significant. 3 of the world's biggest, most populous countries, the biggest economies, all seeing a massive surge in people in the last year getting into crypto. That is bullish. The next thing I want to talk about is crypto ownership by country. So this is the percentage of the population that owns cryptocurrencies. And there's some really shocking numbers on here. As we can see, Indonesia and Brazil both leading the pack at 41%. Holy cow, that's nuts. And again, you have to consider it's a small sampling size. They only talked to like 30,000 people, right? But still, that's an incredible number. 41% of people owning some kind of cryptocurrencies. This is an absolutely amazing statistic, and of course we still have a long way to go to see really big levels of adoption, but 41% is absolutely amazing. The United Arab Emirates, that's, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, 35%, really high ownership rates as well. Israel, Nigeria, South Africa, all coming in with very high adoption rates. What is very interesting in this is that the more developed economies tend to have much lower ownership percentages. You see developing economies, Indonesia, Brazil, right? Nigeria, etc., very high ownership percentages of cryptocurrencies, very high interest in cryptocurrencies. We're going to get into the reasoning for that in a minute. But look at the established economies. Denmark, only 15%. And yeah, I know Kenya and Colombia are kind of, not fitting in the developed economy mold, but, Denmark, France, Germany, Australia, Ireland, the UK, Norway, all under 20%. So yes, people are investing in cryptocurrencies there, obviously, but they don't see the need as being so critical as people in places like Indonesia or Brazil do. So that's a very interesting aspect of that chart there to see. Now, the third stat that I want to share with you here is, why haven't you ever bought cryptocurrency? And the answers were pretty gosh darn interesting. So if we look at, I'm worried about volatility generally across the board, no matter where we're talking about geographically, whether it's the US, Europe, Latin America, Asia Pacific, Africa, or the Middle East, people are generally worried about volatility. I have concerns about security. Again, that's high right across the board. New investors are worried about their crypto. How am I going to keep it secure? Where do I store it? How do I keep my private keys safe? Isn't someone going to hack me? All this stuff comes into play. So this is really saying, obviously, that we have to continue to convey the message of security, but also we need to find ways to make it even more user-friendly for the average person to be able to get into cryptocurrencies. I don't understand how to buy or hold cryptocurrency. Very, very high numbers here, which is why it's so important that we get things like a spot Bitcoin ETF, because it makes it so easy for people to get involved. Look at these numbers. These are very high numbers of people who do want to buy cryptocurrencies, but they don't know how to buy it and they don't know how to hold it. They're worried about their security. Things like a spot Bitcoin ETF, a spot ethereum ETF, a spot Cardano ETF, these kind of products will make it a lot easier for your average person to take part in this. And of course, just more education across the board. Next, I don't know how to make purchases with cryptocurrency. I mean, that's an interesting one. Not so many people are spending their crypto anyway, but, again, that's an education thing. This is not the highest levels when we compare it to security concerns and buying and holding. I don't trust cryptocurrency. This is a very, very interesting one where we actually start to see some really curious numbers coming through. The US and Europe, they don't trust cryptocurrency, right? They want to trust their dollars and their euros and whatever other, their Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, whatever it might be. They're suspicious of their, cryptocurrencies, and they trust their fiat currencies. But then look at Latin America, look at Africa, complete different attitude, only 12 and 14% respectively, saying that they don't trust cryptocurrency. Most people trust cryptocurrency. You have to understand that in Latin America and Africa, people have seen their local fiat currencies turn into complete freaking dumpster garbage. It's happened in so many countries in those places. They don't trust their fiat currency. Crypto, on the other hand, it's presenting itself as a very interesting math-based alternative. People like it. So that's very, very stark difference in the numbers there. And the next one is, I don't like that cryptocurrencies aren't backed by the government or other assets. Now, this actually didn't have super high numbers, so across the board, it doesn't seem to be a massive concern of people. Again, we see, the big Western economies, but also people in the Middle East and Asia Pacific thinking, well, don't like that it's not backed by gold or that the government's not issuing it, but those numbers aren't quite as high. People can look past that and think about the investment opportunity. But again, we see Latin America and Africa being like, government's issuing stuff that's garbage anyway. I'll take the crypto any day of the week. So again, very, very interesting numbers there. The next interesting statistic I want to share with you is people's attitude towards, is crypto the future of money? Now this one, again, some really interesting statistics we can see in Latin America. More than 50% of people surveyed in every country, Brazil, Colombia, and Mexico, think yes, crypto is the future of money. Africa, every country, again, above 50%. Asia Pacific, Indonesia and India, yes. Singapore, Hong Kong, not so much. Not surprising. Those are major advanced economies versus developing economies. The Middle East, UAE, continues to be, in spite of being a major economy, continues to be very bullish in the people that were surveyed. Israel coming in around 37%. The USA and Europe across the board, not so much. Again, they're still stuck in the I believe in my government issued currency narrative. Come on, guys. Come on. But what's very, very interesting here is that we look at the people who believe that crypto is the future of money. Brazil, one of the biggest countries in the world. Colombia, major South American economy. Mexico, major Central American economy. Nigeria, one of the most populous countries in Africa. In fact, I think the most populous country in Africa. One of the biggest economies in the world. South Africa, again, major powerhouse in Africa. Kenya, major powerhouse in Africa. Indonesia, one of the world's most populous and biggest GDP countries in the world. India, second biggest population in the world, one of the top 10 economies in the world. All the citizens of those major up-and-coming economies believe that crypto is the future of money. The established order, the West, these guys, we kind of like our dollars, we kind of like our euros. Crypto may not be the future of money. It's the future of money, guys. Newsflash, it's the future of money. And the final statistics I want to share with you today are the percent of people likely to purchase cryptocurrencies within the next year, put against the percent devaluation of those people's local currency versus the US dollar. Some very interesting things come out here, particularly if we go down towards the bottom of this chart. South Africa, Mexico, India, and Brazil all putting in very high numbers of interest of people who are likely to purchase cryptocurrency within the next year, ranging from 32 to 45%. And you'll see a very interesting correlation in all four of these countries. South Africa, 102% devaluation against the US dollar. Mexico, 63%. India, 58%. Brazil, 217%. That's from 2011 to 2021. Shocking numbers, obviously. These people understand in a very real and very personal way that these garbage piece of paper currencies are not a safe haven. They're a risk, they're a danger, and these people are willing to bet on the future of finance, the future of money, being digital, being math-based, being on the blockchain. Yes, the developing countries are going to lead the charge. And it's interesting, too, to see that, again, we see the major economies, even in major economies where their currency has performed not very well versus the US dollar. Look at Norway. It's had a very bad performance versus the US dollar over the last 10 years, and yet only 3% of non-crypto holders of the Norwegians surveyed plan on buying crypto within the next year. Buy some Bitcoin, guys. Just do it. Just buy some Bitcoin. Just buy some Bitcoin. That's all I need to do. Anyway, just wanted to share those fun statistics with you from this really cool report put out by Gemini. If you want to read the full report, there's a link down below in the description for that. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.